Hey, welcome to episode 38 of Not Enough Thumbs. We're going to be talking about a Halloween classic, The Nightmare Before Christmas from 1993. Today's sponsor is Golden Age FPS.
All right, and we're joined with our son, who's been a big fan of this movie for as long as I can remember. So you might hear his voice in here with us too. All right, so Nightmare Before Christmas is about Jack Skellington, who is the Pumpkin King or the king of Halloween Town, and he just helps to run this town with the mayor. He leads the people of the town into basically a perpetual Halloween holiday. So they don't experience any other holidays, just Halloween. Well, Jack got to the point where he just was not happy with constant Halloween. He felt like there was something missing. There was some joy in him that was missing. So he went on this journey to try to find what this was. He stumbles into Christmas Town, and he falls in love with the idea of Christmas and just how there was such a joy, such a warmth, something very different from the life he lived in Halloween Town. So he actually goes through and tries to bring Christmas back to Halloween Town and tries to make it live out like he experienced it in Christmas Town. But unfortunately, it didn't go so great because the people of Halloween Town just didn't get it. They didn't get Christmas.
His adventure kind of reminded me of what Wreck-It Ralph did in the movie Wreck-It Ralph, where he always played the bad guy and was looking for something different, and he ended up going to another game, Hero's Duty, to try to be the good guy and try to find a new purpose for his life. So I thought that there was a little bit of a parallel there. I believe this is a Tim Burton film, right?
It is, from 1993.
Like one of the other movies that we reviewed in our live episode, the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan, Tim Burton also has a style. It's very dark, but it's not the kind of dark that's terrifying. And it can be enjoyable for all ages.
I personally love Tim Burton's style. Everything he's put out, I've enjoyed. I like the darkness of it, but the mystery and the style of character that he designs is just unique, very unique from any other style that I've seen.
And the same with his animations and the creativity behind the sets and the characters, like she said. And it's not like, I'll say Nickelodeon. I think Nickelodeon is terrible. I think the people that made the cartoons were on drugs. They don't look right. I mean, SpongeBob might be a little bit funny.
Hey now.
But then if you watch the movie, you think
you'd be nice to SpongeBob.
They were high.
He's porous and yellow absorbent.
Is he?
Okay, so then you see Sally in the movie. Sally is another character who, by the end of it, falls in love with Jack for his, really for his sadness, for his lack of finding the joy. And she really kind of becomes a help to him and helps him see that he can be happy where he is and that change sometimes takes some time. She was actually a prisoner in her own right, as her creator was keeping her captive and not giving her freedom. Every time she would try to get away, he would poison her, and he was just... So she kind of lived in this same sort of despair that Jack was kind of feeling. So she could relate to him, and she, by the end of the movie, really was able to help him, and they end up getting married, and she becomes queen of Halloween Town.
So what did you like about Jack? You dressed up as him in Halloween several years ago. He had the suit, the tie, or the bow tie, and a big old head. What did you like about him? Was it just the way that he looked?
Yeah. I liked his character in the movie. and I thought his character looked really cool.
Okay.
So they do bring Santa into this. Oogie Boogie ends up at one point having him captivated, so he's not able to perform his Christmas duties, and there was a threat that Christmas would have to be canceled because the enemy of Jack, Oogie Boogie, was trying to take over control of Halloween Town, basically. So, by the end of it, Sally kind of helps the release of, as Jack calls him, Sandy Claus. He doesn't call him Santa Claus, he calls him Sandy Claus. So there is that element of it. At the end, Jack does help Sandy Claus escape and kind of was his assistant that year to deliver Christmas to the people of Christmas Town. So it was kind of a neat twist on Halloween and Christmas, kind of mashed together. It's definitely a favorite movie of mine that I make sure I watch every single year for Halloween and Christmas.
Tradition.
So we see it a lot at our house.
I think this is going to be a similar style to another movie we'll talk about later, which is Coraline.
Corpse Bride also is on our list, so we'll be reviewing that one as well.
That one's Tim Burton too, right?
It was. Similar style, similar character. We'll definitely review that and let you know about that and what we think about it. So, rank, what would you guys rate this movie?
7 for me.
10 out of 10.
All right. Yeah, okay. We got the preteen 10 out of 10.
It's our first 10.
I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's one of my all-time favorite Halloween and Christmas movies. So if you have not taken the time to see Nightmare Before Christmas, we highly recommend it. So give it an hour and a half of your time and let us know what you think of it.
After all, this is Halloween. Halloween.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.